Hey everyone, it's Chicago Gardener here, and today what I want to do is show you around my rooftop deck garden and the different types of containers that I like to use. Let's go take a look. Here's a look at the current setup in my garden. I have a mixture of different pots, some raised beds, and a bunch of grow bags that I got in a few different sizes. So starting with the raised beds, this is the part of the garden that I had to plan the most for because obviously when you fill them with a lot of soil, they're pretty much going to stay where they are. So this space is about 20 by 18 feet. I used a piece of grid paper, figured out the sizes of raised beds that would work best before I ordered them. The brand of raised beds that I have is Grownomics, and the only reason I chose it is because that's the type of bed that was available at Home Depot. So this is the first bed that I ordered, and this is, I think, 18 by 48 inches. And it's a little bit shorter than the other two. I've had it for, I think, a year longer than the rest of the beds, but I leave it out every winter, and so far it's lasted, so the quality, I think, overall is pretty good. Then I have two raised beds in the back. Those are both 24 by 48 inches. And then this large one in the middle is 34 by 18 inches. I really like these beds a lot. They're easy to put together. I did each of them myself in probably less than 10 minutes. So I would highly recommend this brand. Again, it's Grownomics. And the three that you can see here, I actually ordered directly from their website. And I found that I got faster shipping when I did it that way instead of through Home Depot. And also they run sales throughout the year, so you can save about $50, maybe a little bit more when they run those sales. Next, let's take a look at the different grow bags that I have. Now, grow bags overall, I think, is the way that I would recommend starting off for anyone that's just getting into container gardening for a few reasons. One is the cost. So I think each of these different bags that I have in different sizes ranged anywhere from $15 to $25 for a pack of 5, as opposed to, trying to find a large container like this that's maybe like $20, $25 for one, ceramic pots, which can cost a lot more. So I think grow bags are great in terms of cost efficiency, but also they are super easy to move around. So if I want to move this to a different space, easy to drag, they don't damage the deck. I can even drag around these large 30-gallon bags. Just be careful if you do that. If you do have some of these cages in them, they can potentially scratch the deck, which I figured out for myself. So the different bags that I have, the 3 here that are holding my tomatoes and pepper plant, those are each 30-gallon bags, and the brand is Garden Forever. Then all of the beige ones, those are from the brand Vivo Sun. I have 7-gallon and then some 5-gallon bags. Those sizes I think have worked really well for me. I really like the look of them. And again, I like the ease and the cost efficiency of these grow bags. Finally, I have my different pots. Now, these are basically pots that I've just collected throughout the years. Some I've stolen from my mom's house. Some I've gotten from local garden centers here in Chicago. I think these two are probably my favorite just in terms of how they look. These are from Gethsemane, which is located here in Chicago. A little pricey, but they do have sales throughout the year. In fact, I think most of the garden centers, as the weather starts to cool down, we get into winter, they'll have some really great sales on their containers, so that's when I tend to pick mine up. Containers like these, they're just plastic from Home Depot. Again, they're a little bit easier to move around just because they're more lightweight than some of the heavier containers, but I still think aesthetically they look really nice. And then of course I have my terracotta pots, which again, these I've just gathered throughout the year. You kind of get into the cycle of having run out of containers for your plants, so you have to end up buying new containers. Then you have extra containers, so you have to buy more plants, and then of course you need all of the dirt to fill up all of your containers. These white ones are small plastic containers that I got from Amazon. I find that Amazon's a great place to kind of find a wide variety for a pretty good price point. Again, especially when you're starting off, it's easier to invest less money until you kind of figure out what containers you like, the sizes you definitely need, and then maybe investing more in something like these raised beds. So that's a look at the containers that are currently being used in my garden. If you have any questions on any of them that I didn't answer in the video, let me know in the comments below and I'll get back to you soon. But I'll see you in the next one.